Okay, hello everyone. First off, Unstable Universe spoilers. I'm recording at night, so it's gonna be a little bit quieter than it usually would. Okay, so the question that's been on everyone's mind right now is who is the director? Now, we don't have much to discuss before the next episode, which it's supposed to get revealed in, so let's go. The first suspects out of the way would be Newfully, Leo, and Drapchu. Newfully for obvious reasons, and Leo and Drapchu because I think they're gonna die soon. It's pretty obvious, or at least something will happen to them, because the director said they're gonna get out of the way as soon as they're not useful. Okay, next is Jumper. Now I don't think it's Jumper since the director wanted Parrot alive. But since the director wanted Parrot alive and Jumper protected him, it's not out of the question. Plus, her clearing Parrot clears herself. And she gave Mr. Cube the dandelion, so I don't know. I don't think it's her, but it's not impossible. Plus, then she would come back, and that'd be great. I stand with Jumper Who. She did not deserve to get kicked from the team. Okay, so next, I've seen some people say that the director is Jamato P. And, that's cool till you remember the director is someone Parrot knows. And I've been rewatching Unstable, and Parrot never meets Jamato. At least not that I know of. So that makes it so it couldn't be him, because it's someone Parrot knows. And I think it's someone important to Parrot. At least somewhat. Okay. Now for Flame and Wemmbu. I just don't see it being either of them. Because, they don't have the gear or, the motives. Wemmbu's starting to care a bit about his friends. I don't think the director would care about people. And they're both involved somehow. And Flame's the new protagonist, so if the director gets revealed next episode, I don't know, the timing seems off. Sorry if this script's a bit off too, if it's a bit scuffed. I wrote this really fast. Okay, for Spoke. I'm not sure. This season he's been an unreliable narrator. He's very cut off from his friends, and depending on where Flame's video takes place in the timeline, there's things he's not showing us. Plus, him killing Weefies would parallel how he bans Weefies in the beginning. He's taking something away from Parrot, like his goal has been since the start, and I don't know, it'd be cool. So I really like this one. But I also realized Weefies' death parallels what happened when they were flying over the void in the scavenger hunt. He typed in chat that he fell into the void, so maybe Spoke reference? Plus, Spoke says he's always watching them. So, maybe director? Hey, Prince Sam, Clown Pierce, and also Ashwag. It'd be cool if it was a prior villain, especially since we haven't seen them for a while. And they could pull it off really well. I just don't think that's where the plot's going, though. No, Prince Sam being the director would be great. Or Clown Pierce. Maybe it's for Egg, because he hates the slow-falling potions. Okay, for Egg-chan. Now, this could actually be serious. Egg has been in the story for a while, and as we know, keeps track of all the lore on the server. So, maybe he really is the director. I don't think it would work perfectly with Parrot's story, but it could make sense, since the director's known the plot, like Mr. Cube this whole time. And from Flame's video, we know that Egg knew what Spoke was up to, so maybe. Okay, though, for real, since I've seen people bringing up how Egg know these things, it's been stated, I think in the Infiltrating Mafia video and the Training Arc video, that Egg just watches Spoke's videos. But he could be a cool, director, since he knows all that's going on, too. Now for Parrot. Parrot being the director has some pull from it. Let me go to my old script about Parrot. This was written with the Mr. Cube video being out as the latest one, before we saw anything from Spoke. The old script says, I think Parrot is the director, not necessarily the character Parrot, but real-life Parrot, or I guess future Parrot, lifesteal Parrot? Hear me out, guys. So in Parrot's newest video, at the time of writing this, back in the Mr. Q video, there's some odd occurrences. For example, how do you know they'd win the 2v6? or how Mr. Cube disappeared on cue, time to the book, or how he knew he didn't need to pick a tunnel to win. Maybe these weren't instincts, but the script. Now, he said he killed Weefies, but what if he meant he didn't directly kill him, but wrote it into the script? Now, that gives a motive. It was for the sake of the plot. Also, he would have all the power and influence he'd need. All he would need to do was write it in the script, and they would have no way to fight back. He said he only writes stories where he wins, so logically, if he was the protagonist and antagonist, there's no way for him to lose. Let's see what I wrote for the newer script. We've seen the director manipulate Parrot and make him more ruthless and selfish. Maybe he's trying to fix himself, to help himself. I'm not sure, but that's why he'd kill Weefies. Take away his only weakness. And he knows who he is, and knows what he wants, and he'd be horrified to hear his own voice. That's just the Parrot one. Okay. Weefies / clone or evil fees. It could be Weefies. Look at the evidence. Someone close to Parrot. Parrot would know what he truly wants. And for evil fees, we've seen him run the show, and Weefies didn't leave the game when he died. And because of the crazy lore drop we got this last episode, and canon reasons, he wouldn't leave because he wouldn't be able to rejoin. So maybe he's being manipulated, or it's another Weefies? Who knows? Okay, so I was gonna end the video off with, well, it's obviously Weefies because of the armor trim at the factory and some other stuff, but Weefies isn't the only person who's been there. Watto and Ken have been there too, and Watto built it? Maybe Om's cool mask as the director? Okay, let's go further into this maybe. For Ken, I don't really think it's Ken because he's been trying to keep Parrot safe this whole time. He's been dragged around to situations that could be avoided if they were the director. So I really don't think Ken would kill Weefies. The Weefies he's got so attached to either. Plus, in the Protons video, he risked his own life, gave Parrot the elytra, and banked on them finding their stasis chamber. Oh my god, can I talk? But yeah, I don't think it's Ken. But for Watto, now I know Watto plays random characters from time to time because they have too much free time, but she's been mentioned in Wembu's and Parrot's description a lot lately, even when he hasn't been in the videos. So it's kind of weird there, and we saw the Om's mask do weird things, so maybe? Or it could just be Watto. We know that Watto is friends with Weefies, so, and Watto would be upset. Hold on, I need to fix the script. Watto is friends with Weefies, so who would suspect that she'd kill their own friend? And like I said, he's been to the factory, so maybe she has the armor trims from that? And Parrot knows them, so maybe? Yeah, I gotta fix the script, man. That's all I got. I feel like we have all the pieces, so we just have to finish the puzzle. And I don't think I need to get into anyone else's side characters, because the director's Parrot's main villain. It has to be people you'd know. Okay, I just thought I'd get my thoughts out before it gets revealed. Thanks for watching. But for real though, the real director is Planet Lord, or Leo